Yeah, there it is, the gay bomb.
A couple weeks ago, I did a breakdown between Arian Foster and Wolf. That was a fun little thing that had come up on social media where Arian Foster said that he could beat up a wolf. Went viral, which was kind of surprising, where a lot of people were like, no, you wouldn't. The wolf would kick your ass. He went on Joe Rogan's podcast. I did a little segment on it where I broke down the fight. I had a little clip from them on the podcast talking about it, and I put in my 2 cents on who I think would win. Now, obviously, Arian Foster isn't actually going to go into the wild and fight a wolf, and this fight's just not one that's going to happen. And then a similar, I guess this is different because it's two humans, but another fun little celebrity beef that went a little bit viral in the past week was Alex Jones and Alec Baldwin. So last week, Alec Baldwin had a skit where he was acting as President Trump and was just making a little jab at Alex Jones, just kind of talking about how crazy he is. And Alex Jones didn't take too kindly to it, so he ripped on him during the show. And then what I thought was a really funny move is that afterwards he put out a 20-minute apology video, or at least it was titled an apology video. It was just saying Alex Jones apologizes to Alec Baldwin, but then you click on the video, he starts off by acting like it's an apology, but then he cuts off like about a minute and is like, actually, no, I'm doubling down. I'm not apologizing. I will fight you, Alec Baldwin. We're going to do this. And I actually think from an MMA standpoint, regardless, obviously these guys aren't going to fight it. I don't see anyone putting this fight together, although I'm still going to break it down anyway just for the fun of it, because why the hell not? But I thought it was a funny little move for him to get into a little bit of a shit-talking war with the guy, put out a fake apology, and then double down on it. Now, that's kind of similar to Conor McGregor's little line at UFC 205 where he said, after all the talking I've done, after everyone who I've pissed off, I want to say that I want to apologize. Then he paused, and he's like, to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the fuck he wants. And that was a fun little line, but that was the line that he used after the fight. I think as a pre-fight hype thing, that's not a line that you've really seen that much. I've seen a lot of guys talk shit to each other leading up to a fight, but I've never seen anybody really go balls deep on a fake apology thing where he's like, you know what, I realize I'm out of line here, and then go on like a 20-minute rant afterwards about how you don't feel like you're out of line and you're going to double down on it. So I think that's a move that I'd like to see some MMA fighter use in the next couple of months or so, kind of to hype up a fight. I think it'd be a pretty fun one. Maybe after The Ultimate Fighter's done, Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw, one of them can pull that on each other. That'd be a pretty funny move for them to do. But as far as the Baldwin versus Alex Jones fight, if we're going to break it down, and I'll just do this relatively quickly, because again, I don't actually know if these guys have trained at all. I know Alex Jones is based out of Texas, pretty good friends with Tim Kennedy, so I'd assume if he had a fight with Alec Baldwin, he'd be training with him. He's younger, he's a lunatic. I'm sure he's probably taken plenty of supplements that USADA would have an issue with, and Jeff Nowitzki would probably have to pull him off to the side and be like, yo, you can't be doing this. Alec Baldwin, he's an older guy, out in New York right now, so I'm assuming if he were to take a fight, he'd probably be training with Renzo Gracie or so. And as far as if these guys actually fought, knowing nothing about what they're capable of, what sort of background they have, I know Billy Baldwin obviously was all over the NCAA wrestling championships. He was a former college wrestler, so you'd figure maybe Alex got some wrestling background. Or Alec has some wrestling background. Alex Jones. He's probably trained a couple of times. I don't know where he's at, but for the fun of it, I'd just like to say Alex Jones on the feet. The guy's a freak. He's a lunatic. He'd go until he goes unconscious. You can definitely see him doing that. And, you know, with the right hand, he'd probably call that the A-bomb for the Alex Jones bomb. And the left hand, maybe that'd be the gay bomb, like his old gay Bob rant on how they're putting water in, or how they're putting shit in the water that's making the frogs gay. So fun little idea. I know they're never going to fight, obviously. It'd be funny to see like a celebrity MMA match. Celebrity MMA isn't really something that's ever kicked off. I know Jose Canseco did it in Japan where he fought, I believe it was Hongman Choi was the fight. But we haven't really seen like any good celebrity MMA since. It seems like boxing kind of has that. Even with Soulja Boy and Chris Brown, when they were supposed to fight, that was going to be a boxing match, not an MMA fight. But hey, if these two guys could sign up for a celebrity MMA fight, it'd be pretty fun. It'd be pretty fun to see the promotion for it. Alex Jones obviously would cut some fantastic promos, and even if he's not a great fighter, there might be some promotional stuff that some of the fighters that are great fighters could learn from.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap. I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny.